Come on, let's finish this thing. Studio pen. That's my big bro. So I had to text somebody. Oh, that's a little too tight in there. There we go. Oh wow, the glove really does give you a little more stability on the screen. Yeah, wow, live and learn. Whoa, but it does. The tablet though. So that wasn't me that moved the tablet. That was the. I thought I lifted my hand high enough, but it didn't work. And my gloves gripped the screen. All right. So we're doing a long today. We're finishing up this long, so we could work on number 92 or 91. But yeah, I want me to just turn this off and go back to to Wukong. Let me know. Well, this is not going to take me that long to finish. And then when I'm done with this, I just jump on the Wukong. How about that? Yeah? Today, that's the homie Henry Lewis. He's one of my favorite tattooers. Yeah, man, almost there. Yeah, 90. Today's 90. Have you been watching since the beginning? Can you hear me talking? Is the volume good? I was streaming yesterday, man, and like nobody said anything. I was just like, is this anything working? And then when I watched like the video later on, you could hear me talking, but you know, I watch other streamers, and when they ask people, how's the stream? Can you hear me? People answer back. Here, it's crickets, man. I'm thinking it's the ops. I think the ops is watching to see what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna say, you know? Okay. Well, I guess you can hear me fine. All right, cool. Is it too high? Is it too low? How was your Thanksgiving? How's your family? The shit pop off, you know? You got like a drunk uncle or drunk aunt, drunk sibling, drunk cousin. You know, when that cousin come through, everybody's like, uh-oh, here we go. That one family member. My wife said I might be that family member. I was like, no way. She's like, yo, you crazy. You know, it's the same process. The same process that I use, the same process I use to draw on paper is kind of like the same process I use on an iPad. It really isn't any different. It's just I'm not using actual paper. I'm not using a physical. I'm using a different type of physical construct, you know? It's just it going on to paper, you know, like that's the only difference. Like I'm not burning through like a box of Xerox. Like I drew so much, I wasn't buying like stacks. I was buying like a whole box. Because one time I went to like Office Depot and the guy was like, hey, why don't you just buy a whole box? You buy like a box worth, you buy a box worth of paper. Why don't you buy and that was like my like, you know, the maybe like one of the busiest times of my life of tattooing. And I just looked at the all I did, you know, I'll just go to I had a copy machine, you know, I only use Canon. I love Canons. Canons are like so easy to work with the iPad or just print. Before iPad, it was like the best thing to print with. I wasn't one of those people that was like, I'll just use anything. No, I was specifically would buy a Canon printer, and it was great for using black and white, and if you got like a color one, it was great. You know, like you didn't burn out. You weren't using ink like ferociously like a Epsom or like a Brother. You know, and a process of just like let's do like let's say like thumbnails. It's great because and then pen, I would just do it in pencil. I would never do like a final ink line drawing, you know. Um, um, and then I would you know, take that, do another measurement, and then blow it up to the specifications of the line tracing I did for the back, right? And that was it. And or the leg or the sleeve or the ribs. However I measured it out or traced out the area where I was gonna tattoo, doing that measurement was like spot on, right? And it's like a little technique that people use when they're doing grid systems or whatever, you know, like to when you're going from a smaller subject matter to a larger one. And that was great, you know. I was doing that in New York, and then I also did that when I moved out here to California. And great, you know what I mean? But then like when I got the printer, when I got the large format printer, now it was like, all right, since I got the tracing of the back or the arm, now, fuck that shit. It's draw this, print. Inside, that's perfect. Now it's just print. Fuck all that. You know what I mean? Like I got like, you know, the amount of arguments I would have, man. You know what I'm saying? Like. Yeah, like I'm never going back to that. Like I was saying to myself, like, man, if I ever go to a guest spot, I mean, I've been to when it's a guest spot when I have to like go to New York, or I have to go to like to Florida or Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that. Like yeah, I'll revert back to like what I knew, what I grew into, but like after I figured that out, because no tattooer was doing that, and I don't want to take the credit like, oh, I'm the first one to start it, which I am, right? But like I'm not gonna be like, yo, it's like saying like I'm gonna go back to a horse-drawn carriage. You know what I'm saying? Like. I could if I chose to, but it was not even fair to the client. You know what I mean? It's you know, like it's made my work process way better. It's like why I'm redoing this 100 Dragons 2.0. Why I'm redoing the 100 Dragons book. Now it's called 2.0 because, you know, like say if I was to do, you know what I mean, and like I'd be tracing it the same way like you see me doing here. Like I would do the same process. I'd have a process of everything drawn out on a piece of paper, and then everything drawn out on a piece of paper, and then enlarged, you know, all those steps. That's what I would do. Even better, you know. And has it changed the industry? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's how you use the tool, you know. Like, first of all, like, you know, like, has the iPad changed the comic book industry? I don't think so. You know, like there's some artists that do digital, and then there's some that actually do still do it on board. It's just it's what the is my thing is can you get the job done? That's really it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no right and wrong on how to get to the end. I just, just don't steal someone's idea. You know, that's really it. But like, if you're an experienced art, if you're an able mind, experienced artist, because there's some people that call themselves, artists, and they just have their own. They're in their own world. They think they can, whatever. I'm getting a little too deep into it. All I'm saying is, how efficient can you be? I try to be as efficient as possible. So the iPad makes the drawing for me as efficient as possible. That's it. The efficiency, I get it. Like I get it. I get like, this gets my hands sweaty. God damn. A little constricting, gloves. Yeah, that's really it. How efficient are you? Somebody says, hey, I want to get a dragon, or I want to get a tiger, or I want to get the dragon from, or whatever, like I want flowers. I can draw it. That's the thing. I can draw it, and it's not a problem for me to draw it. I can draw it 100 times for you. I can do with it, because if whatever you like, all right, then it's just print and go. But yeah, I don't think it's changed the tattoo industry. It maybe like, I mean the technology now is there where you can take any image that's rendered, fully colored, fully rendered, and there's there's software in it where it can just make the lines for you. When you learn using block, able to go like that, bop, 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 all right, the iPad takes all that away. It does. It takes that part away for some people that don't do that. They don't have to do that now. That's cool. And then you're doing a person is doing a rendition of a pre-existing image. That's cool. I'm never gonna knock anybody for that. That's cool. You can do it that way. And look, the technology is there where if it gets erased, guess what? You just print another one and you go from there. So that's look at that. Who wouldn't want to do something like that? And you gotta respect it because the technology is there for that. I just my thing is just like respecting okay, my thing is the people, and I'm putting myself out there by saying this. The people that that cater to that style that might make machines, you flood the market of representation of tattooers. That's really it. I'm not saying I want to see black. No, no. What I'm saying is it isn't, and that's my only part. I see that's kind of like, but I don't own those companies. You know what I'm saying? I don't own those companies, so I can't say shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not my company. It's their company, and they could do whatever the fuck they want. You know? I just I'm just only just stating the obvious of what I see. Like, yeah, it's like, I hope that wasn't too much, but yeah, it hasn't. But like the iPad really hasn't changed the industry. It really hasn't. I think it's just made it more efficient. Like you get the geometric, the geometry stuff. I knew a guy that just drew that shit. He would draw all that on, and then and he did hours on end learning how to draw it. And then like maybe in his 20th year tattooing, that shit came out and he was like, what the fuck? And so it's like, you know, it's fascinating. I would say great for tattooing. That's my opinion, you know. After using it for like all these years, and I'm not gonna say I'm the most proficient one with it, because like I'm still using stock features. Like I'm not making my own brushes. I don't even know how. I just been using what I got, you know. And so, and then it's just understanding, you know, each brush is based on physics. Like, yeah, I'm just used to doing it like this. I think another thing is too, like, you know, I can streamline all my work. So and so's coming Monday, or I do them. Well, no, some Wednesday to Saturday. So and so's coming Wednesday. I have that drawn out already. I don't have to. I don't have to like worry about the process of meeting my tablet. It's mind blowing, yo. What's that? Cap. It's Cap. She's not making that much money. Can somebody tell me what's 43 million after taxes in the state of Florida? If you live in Florida, I think she's from Florida. What's taxes after you pay? What are you getting if you're making $43 million a year, right? What do you get after taxes? This is the I'll show you how it's all cap. Can somebody just send me that? Can somebody tell me the number right now? I think she's from Florida. What's that? Quinice, are you still in here? Can you tell me that? Can somebody tell me what do you get after you pay taxes in the state of Florida? Because that girl's a bad liar. I know it's all bullshit. Let's say they take 30% of that, yo. Let's say they take half. What's half of 43 million? I can't do that right now. She doesn't act like a girl that just is a certified millionaire. Like when you look at her room, it doesn't like streamers that are on, there's no character to this. I'm looking at her. Nah, come on, man. Like, look, it's just a bed in a room somewhere. Where's the decorations? That's really good marketing, OnlyFans. Thank you. Really good marketing, yo. Really good marketing. There's only like one person in here talking to me, yo. It's funny. Yo, for real, like, what is that, man? As a parent, right? As a parent, how, you gotta teach your kids, yo, don't be out there like that. It's all fake. This is going to, it's all hype, man. It's all hype. It's a lie. It's a, like, don't show me a random picture from, because that could just be OnlyFans putting that there. And then, like, nah, like, I want to see that in your bank account. You see that? Let me see the bank account statements, for the year. I mean, that money had to have been deposited in your account. If it's not, you bullshit me, man. I gotta see that. I gotta see the bank account. Like a bank asks you for your bank account statements. The loan officer. You know when you're going for a loan and they ask you for your bank account statements. Oh, and I like how they put it. I like how they put homeboy from the Celtics next to her. That's what I woke up to. I think that's what I went to sleep to seeing last night. I woke up to that. I was like, oh boy, here we go. Cap. Maybe that's what the owner saw in a month. That's what the owner saw. She probably makes $43 million a month. You're worth $43 million. Why are you doing interviews? That's it right there. Why are you doing interviews, yo? $43 million. I made 43. Hour? Ah. Was that a Chris Rock joke? Yo, stay off the pole. You gotta teach his daughters to stay off the pole. Shit, fellas, now you gotta teach your daughters to stay off of OnlyFans. You know? OnlyFans is his new pole. I mean, they probably have like a really good database on. They probably they throw out these crazy, you know, crazy numbers, and then these young girls are none the wiser, and they just go for it. I'm cute. Next thing you know, oh snap! I got me or something. They probably made like 100,000 in 1 month, and like, oh my god, I'm about to hit 1 million. And that's it. Got him. You got a new flock. OnlyFans is new pimp. The next is, I bet you, a porn star. I bet you. Well, the industry is kind of done now. They need God in their life, man. You need to read the Bible, yo. Read the Bible. Read some holy book. I'll be getting on religious. You need to read. Matter of fact, just read something like something that's gonna. I don't know. Don't call me sexist and shit. It's crazy, B. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just cap. It's not real, man. This is the part of the internet they say that's not real. It's not real. It's not real. When you see that, when you see something like that, it's a really good marketing campaign. Really good. Really, really good marketing campaign. They buy data on the average girl turning 18 to 25. And they find like maybe one of the more popular girls, maybe she dated a rapper or something, right? And then bam. Yo, can you imagine you're like a mobster in like the 80s and 90s? You know, like imagine you get out of the game. You know what I mean? You had to do what you had to do for the family. Or whatever outfit you were a part of. I'm not gonna say what kind of mob family you're part of. Italian mob, black mob, Irish mob, Jewish mob. I don't care what it is. But can you imagine, like, get out of the life? You know, you made it out. You made it out. You know, you old and shit now. You chilling. You have granddaughters, grandsons, granddaughters, you know. And you have a really, really, really beautiful granddaughter. And, you know, you risk your life, you know, for your family. You risk your life for your family. You kill who you had to kill. You know, like extorted who you had to extort for the boss. You know what I mean? Did what you had to do, man. Did what you had to do to survive. And you know, like, you know, this thing, the internet pops up and you ain't really think nothing of it. You ain't really retired yet. You had to do all of that. You had to do all of that. You had to do all of that, man. For what? You did all that killing for what? Man, can you imagine that shit? I don't care who you are. I don't care. Him and his boy. And the bullets didn't hit him. Now you that grandfather. You the shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can't go to the OnlyFans. You can't go to the OnlyFans building and just start unloading. You can't do that. What do? You know what I'm saying? What do you do? And back then, you used to go to the spots and extort you used to go to the spots and buy the smut film. You used to, you know what I'm saying, you know, depending on whichever outfit you were a part of, you know what I'm saying, you had to go collect. You had to collect. Maybe it's your fault. Maybe one day, you know, your grandkids came over to visit. You was napping. You know what I'm saying? She found your old DVDs. Holy. She found your old DVDs, man. What do you do, yo? What do you do? And you didn't know anything. You didn't know. Yo, imagine you didn't know. Imagine you didn't know. And then one day you go over there to talk to your granddaughter like, yo, why would you do this? You're embarrassing your family. Why? Why are you doing this? And then one day she goes, what are you talking about? I found them in your so-and-so. And you're like, what? catch a heart attack and just drop. Oh my God. Oh. Yo, it could happen. Oh, it could happen. You see what I'm saying? Look at Spielberg. Look at Fishburne. Gave your kids everything, yo. You put them in the best school. Think about it, every movie role you took was to put food on your family's table. Give them the best, give them the best life. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. What'd you do? What'd you do, yo? What do you do? You don't know what your kids are seeing at. You don't know what your kids are looking at when you're not around. Kids know how to find stuff, man. Kids basketball hit my car. Oh man. It's just a little. It's just a little theory. It's just a little something, man. Come on now. It's a thought. It's a thought experiment. You know, what do you do? Because you got to think about it, man. Who are the grandparents of these kids? Right? Who are the grandparents? What were the great grandparents like? What did they teach the kids? Right? Because the parents. I went to this. The grandparents were there, right? Of one of the parents. And oh my God, the grandmother, oh man, I was like, what's that about? She didn't like her. Did not like her at all. Shit, man. Me now, oh, I'm messy. I would say shit, you know? To see what the grandmother would say. And the person, oh snap. Yo, man. You think the grandmother is like, the grandmother's probably like, the grandparents of her just like, must be like heartbroken. Because, you know, all right, because I'm saying to myself, this, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you got to say to yourself, man, like, what are the grandparents thinking? You know? In an outfit back in the day, right? And you were collecting, you probably would take a movie. Right? You probably take a movie just for, you know, research purposes. And you had them VHSs, you know what I'm saying? And you might have never gotten rid of them. Or man, the VHS player is still working. She pops it in there and now she's watching that. That imprints on her mind. Now, fast forward. That's all I'm saying. I explained the whole thing. Yeah, basically it's, you know, it's just thumbnails really. Now, I have all like, if you become like a member, there's like all those. You get. Oh. And then when she admits that, yo, I got into these movies because I got them from Grandpa's box in the back in the garage. Oh my God! Imagine that's how you go out. One day you're playing poker with your buddies, and one of them dudes pull up a video of your granddaughter. Jesus. Scares me, man. Yo, cause one of the, I think, you know what I'm saying, and these kids are around your kids, so you trying to keep your kids as pure minded as possible. You know, so yeah, it's kind of like that. You kind of have like that in your brain, you know, man. I seen some kids, man, playing around my daughter. I'd be like, yo, I don't like that kid. That kid don't look right. That kid don't look right in the head. I might sound crazy. I might talk. I'm all about, education is, key. I was raised like that. I had teachers in my family. All right. And who are you, and when you try to educate your kids and your grandkids about a lot of this stuff is just marketing, they treat you like, yo, oh, you're just on some conspiracy theory thing, and it's just like, nah, it's marketing. So a lot of this is just marketing, yo. A lot of this is just really sophisticated marketing. And most people just none the wiser, Like, to me, OnlyFans is selling that, They're selling that to, it's wild. Don't worry about getting married, yo. Don't worry about I don't know. Okay. All right. Okay. Lagging bad. Damn. That's a little eye trick right there. Let me. Oh, I can't say. I can't do that. All right. All right, folks. All right. So, let's do some correcting. This will always be happening, B. You know, you see something, you're like, I gotta fix that. I gotta fix that. All right, that's better. All right. Number. Yeah, it's another piece. I'm like, I'm not really happy right there. I was looking at that earlier. I was like, this too.